Breaking news, guys. Breaking news that just come out in the last couple minutes, probably like a half an hour ago. Alexander Isak had just informed Newcastle that he wants to leave to explore different options. Guys, this morning we got news that Alexander Isak did not travel with Newcastle on their pre-season tour. I think that is in Singapore or somewhere, right? Alexander Isak, Newcastle came out with a statement and said that he didn't travel because he has a minor injury that he is nursing. It has nothing to do with any transfer or any sort of things like that. Now, like about an hour or two after, Isak, reports coming out that he has told Newcastle that he wants to leave the club to explore different options. Guys, this is completely and truly wild. This is crazy. The reason why this is so crazy is because Liverpool had just signed Hugo Ekitike and he has officially arrived in Hong Kong to start their preseason tour with them, right? So we need to try to figure out Alexander Isak telling Newcastle that he wants to leave. So where is his destination going to be? Is it going to be in Liverpool? Are Liverpool about to spend the amount of money Newcastle are asking for to bring in Alexander Isak? Because Arsenal just signed Victor Gyökeres. Chelsea have two strikers in Joao Pedro and Liam Delap, and Nicholas Jackson is still there. Alexander Isak is not going to go any Man United. Forget that, right? And Man United are looking at this guy from Aston Villa. I forget his name, right? But and Manchester City has Erling Haaland. Arsenal, and as we said, Arsenal just signed Victor Gyökeres. So where is he going to go? Barcelona, I don't think they could fund that. Realistically, I don't think they could fund it. And they always have a hard time registering players anyways. Real Madrid, I don't know. They have this guy called Garcia who was tearing it up in the FIFA Club World Cup. And they still have Mbappe there. I don't think they're going to spend that kind of money to begin with. Also, who else? PSG. PSG has a Ballon d'Or contender right now in Ousmane Dembele, who presses the life out of you, right? So I don't think they would want to interrupt that. Bayern Munich, I don't see Bayern Munich coming in for Isak at 140 to 150 million, right? I mean, they're going to need a Harry Kane replacement, but for that amount of money, I don't know. The only other realistic place has to be Liverpool. It has to be Liverpool. Liverpool has to be in contact with Alexander Isak for him to come out with this request to ask him to leave. Because I don't see any other club realistically going and spend that kind of money. Not even Tottenham Hotspur, right? And I don't see it happening. So it has to be Liverpool. But are Liverpool going to spend? They just signed Hugo Ekitike for about 95 million. The whole entire package came up to like about 95 million. They already spent money on Fabian Wirtz for 116 million. And Frimpong and Kirkers and all these other guys are already brought into the club to go and spend in the tunes up to 100 to 30, 140 to 150 million for Alexander Isak. Could that possibly be done? Because that's a lot of money to spend, right, guys? It's a lot of money to spend on Alexander Isak. But I hope Alexander Isak knows what he's doing. I think he wouldn't just do it just like this. Somebody It has to have some kind of concrete, something concrete that is going on in the background that we don't know about. Because he came out and asked Newcastle, that told Newcastle that he wants to leave. So guys, let's wait and see how this turns out. Please like, comment, subscribe. Your boy bringing the news for you, even in a sky. I told you all this week that this is always going to be sometimes, and so said, so done. Please like, comment, subscribe, especially if you're new. Turn on the bell notification to keep up to date with all my content. Guys, Alexander Isak, request to leave. Let's see how it goes. In a bit, people. Peace.